So guys, this is what broke the camel's back for me. The level of acceptance, of Mr. Peter Obi's persons, especially in the north in this 2027, is mind-blowing, because it is becoming clearer to many people that those who believe Tinubu built Lagos, and because of that he will be able to build Nigeria. You can see that Tinubu is now scoring zero. When I say zero, is zero. Now, we were told that Nigeria is owing a lot in trillions. I think 188 trillion naira when you calculate the debts Nigeria is owing. You just keep wondering, how is that going to be paid? Do you know, to worsen this, Tinubu is going to be borrowing 30 something trillion in addition to that? And Nigerians are wondering, just within his 2 years in office, it has been borrowing spree. I mean, borrowing spree. They've been borrowing and borrowing, have nothing, almost nothing to show for. Now, I'm going to allow you to take a look at this video where Mr. Tanko was on Channels Television to discuss about Peter Obi being accepted now, and he's relating better. His relationship with the North is really getting more concrete by the day. I mean, it's no longer like when we used to believe that the APC has the North. See, even the APC themselves, they are struggling. That is why you see them forcing politicians to come over to the APC. Now, I'm just going to allow you to take a look at this conversation and let me know your honest reaction in the comment section below. Now, take a look.
Let's go, Parda.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Tanko, I'm curious, and I'm just going to hit the nail on the head. What's in the air? What's going on? What are all these meetings about? Are we looking towards a coalition or a merger?
Okay, basically, 5 things. Nigeria is in a dire need of rescue. There's no doubt. It's clear and everybody can see that. 2, the level of poverty is so high, especially in the northern part. 3, democracy has been deliberately put in danger by this government. 4, the level of decay in the system is so alarming that some have even lost complete hope. When you look at the issue of economy of the country, it's so much left to be desired. There was a shop we used to barb our head some couple of weeks ago. It has closed up because there's no business. Now, this is in Abuja. And when you look at the man, Peter Obi, he has always been interested in these areas of needs of the Nigerian people. In fact, sometimes the nomadic nature of the man scares me. Sometimes you see him in Cambridge, you see him in Akwa Ibom, you see him in Maiduguri, you see him in Zamfara, where the killing is so huge. And he traveled by roads. Those are the things of concern to His Excellency Peter Obi. And he said, look, let's hit the road. Apart from flying from one part of the country, let's go even through the roads. And you are all witness to what happened to him on his way to Benue State. Just for him to visit the IDK camps, to see the people in their dire needs. And of course, the governor, who was scared to receive such a person, refused him entry. He has to even turn back. To a point, I always ask him, His Excellency, all of this danger that we face, he said, well, you can't run away because the people need you. And you must be there for the people. That's why he's always there. And that is the crux of the matter. Of synergizing with the people. Not left, right, and center, south, east, west. Meet with the people. Speak to them in the language that they will understand. That this is about rescuing Nigeria. This is about putting food on the table for the Nigerian people. Connect with the Nigerian youth, irrespective of where they reside. Recently, His Excellency just did a program of entrepreneurship, trying to help the younger ones, donating money into it. Now, meeting the northern youth, northern leaders, is like, look, gentlemen, this country needs help. How do we connect with each other? And I must say here, there's been a tremendous relationship between His Excellency Peter Obi and the northern part of this country. That is a connect that is needed. So what you are seeing is a coming together of Nigerians thinking alike, trying to find solution to the problems of the country, and said, look, how do we get Nigerians out of this wood? That is the crux of the matter.
Okay, beautiful. Quite a lot has been said, which has to do with the governance aspect of it. We would have time to talk about the governance aspect of it based on some of the things you said, because you must win an election before you effect a change. So that's why I asked, what exactly is all this about? The kind of people he's been having meetings with, good enough. Some say it's a good move to have a close relationship with the North. The numbers are there. What exactly is in it for Mr. Obi? And some of his followers have said, president or nothing. Is it early to ask you what conversation he's having with regard to whether he's taking the vice presidential position or candidate offer or the president?
Let me make a clarification. The coalition, yes, Mr. Peter Obi, is a coalition discussion with like minds who are interested in rescuing Nigeria from the earlier point I enumerated. Okay? But you could see clearly, this is not coalition of political party yet. These are coalition of individual candidates who believe that Nigeria needs to be rescued. So until you connect with each other and understand the basics of why me and you are discussing, then we will talk further. At the moment, a lot of understanding is being established as regard to the point of what we need Nigeria to be, not what it is at the moment. That is the most important thing. Mr. Peter Obi kind of politics is about the people. It was amazing yesterday, while we just left each other, he was in Lagos, he called and he was trying to find out that how can you talk about tax when the people are in poverty? How can you put an electricity tariff? And he was talking on top of his voice, you can feel the pain in him. That's supposed to be the most important thing at everybody's mind at the moment, because without the people, there is no politicking.
Well, I've also followed conversation from the people,
Yeah.
most of which are the obedient movements. And I know that in the build-up to the 2023 elections, the obedient movement were sort of a pressure force to make sure that Mr. Obi left the PDP to a new party, the Labour Party at the time, just so that he could be a man on his own and not associate with persons they consider to be the problem of the country. Those are the kind of people he's meeting with now. And so some are raising concerns as to what man says that I want a new path for Nigeria based on my ideology and my clean record, so to speak, without associating with people who are with like minds with regard to the state of the country and who have put the country where the country is today.
See, the politics of Mr. Peter Obi is quite distinct. It's not the conventional way of politics that people think. Have you ever seen Mr. Peter Obi abusing anybody? He doesn't even call names. He deals with the issue. He's an issue-based kind of politician. And he never engaged anything about violence. And that's what makes him different and distinct. He has been able to connect with the Nigerian youth who are in full demand. They are not requesting. They are demanding for good governance. And so we call anybody who is demanding for good governance in Nigeria as an obedient. And that is the message and the principles of Peter Obi, and that is what is selling to the Nigerian youth, and they bought into it. And now what they are asking, which is very much in line with his own principle, is that, look, we want you to help us champion that particular cause and give us good governance as you preach. So in the process of trying to reach out to people, sometimes you may meet somebody who does not even believe in you. like a case in what happened in a coffee shop where Mr. Peter Obi met the Nigerian youth just recently in Abuja. And he said, I don't like staying where I've always been hailed. You must bring out some bad things about me so that I will improve on it to make me better and to deliver the people. That is a sound mind speaking. It is not everybody that speak in that direction. And they are in the hall. Simply, the people, the young boys and girls identify Obinna, now becoming popular in the social media, that, look, the guy has been criticizing Peter Obi. And Peter Obi said, hey, young man, I want to hear your criticisms. How many of our leaders as of today does that?
So guys, let's talk about Nigeria's debt under the Tinubu's government. The headline I have here is from Vanguard, and it says Nigeria's debt heads to 180 trillion naira as Tinubu seeks more 34 trillion naira loans. New loans. I'm just wondering, somebody was asking on Twitter yesterday if Nigeria can go borrow from North Korea. At least if Nigeria cannot pay, North Korea will then start third world war. To start war, the third world war. That's what the person posted, because this government is ready to borrow from anybody they see. The Tinubu's government is willing to borrow from anybody. Now, I'm just going to break down what somebody shared here on Twitter about the Tinubu's government. This person said, Tinubu has borrowed significantly, primarily from World Bank, IMF, and I'll break it down. Now she started and said, World Bank loan is $6.45 billion. This in billion. $1 billion that Tinubu has borrowed. Borrowed within his first 16 months in office. The loan includes $750 million for power sector recovery, $500 million for women empowerment, $800 million for support the safety net. Safety net. To ask APC what is safety net. Maybe now they will tell you it's children, out of school children. Safety net. And $2.7 billion, including $75 million for power sector recovery and $750 million for renewables. This person went further to say $3.75 billion for 5 projects, including $1.5 billion for economic stabilization reform and $750 million for resource mobilization reform, $700 million for girls' education. Hey, nobody is receiving this free education from the Tinubu's government. Girls' education, they even borrowed money for that. And then $70 million grant. Then the person went for that to write IMF principal on Buhari's debt is $3.4 million loan. That includes the charges and the interest. Domestic borrowing, federal government has significantly borrowed obligation through bonds instrument and approximately 20.9 trillion. Rubber stamp Akpabio approved this loan by ways and means. Your total external debt stood at $46 billion by December 2024. $1 billion by December 2024. But it's far exceeds $50 billion when you add this ongoing borrowing. It's going to be more than $60 billion when you add all these ones they are borrowing now. And then the person finally said, now your total national debt, whether federal government or state, is currently at $144 trillion, excluding the 21 billion dollars and 15 billion yen and 2.1 billion euros and 2 billion dollar foreign bond. If you exclude all these ones, you are going to be having 144 trillion dollars that the Nigerian state is owing. That includes the federal government and also the state. So you can see that the level of debt in Nigeria is something that should be giving people concern. And this is all because we don't know how to, move away from oil. Many governments have tried and failed. Many governments have tried and failed. And they could not because of poor creativity. And that is why everybody is saying, give Peter Obi a chance. Give Peter Obi a chance. He has been a businessman. He knows how to navigate the stormy waters when it comes to business. Not these ones that are doing it just for their own selfish gain. Like this Vanguard news has just said, debt heads to 180 trillion naira as Tinubu seeks fresh 34 trillion naira loans. So it is very disturbing that Nigeria is not owing in millions. Neither is Nigeria owing in billions. Nigeria is owing in trillions and is getting to 200 trillion naira, which if you begin to sell Nigeria multiple times, I wonder how you are going to be able to recover this money. And apart from that, the Tinubu's government is also heading to borrow extra 34 trillion naira loans. That is what Tinubu is looking for now. 34 trillion. Tinubu seeking for extra 34 trillion. Nigerians, this should worry every right-thinking Nigerian, because since Tinubu came into office, he has been borrowing. Now, some people are accusing him that he came out to claim that he has paid IMF loan. He just paid one and squandered and he's borrowing more. Now, take a look at, let me read out this headline. It says, President Tinubu seeks approval of foreign loans of 21.54 billion dollars and 15 yen. Then somebody reacted to that and said, recently the Attorney General came out to say that looted funds that EFCC, ICPC have recovered $967 billion. EFCC has recovered. Okay, Tinubu's government recovered $967 billion, but now Tinubu is looking for a loan of 21 billion, while they recovered 900 and something billion, but Tinubu is looking for 21 billion. Now, this recovery, was it just on paper, or did the federal government actually recover this money? $967 billion, and Tinubu is looking for only 30-something billion or 20-something billion, but Tinubu recovered 900 and something, but Tinubu is going to borrow $21 billion. And Nigerians are wondering, is there something fishy happening in this country? So guys, I don't know what you make of this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.